develop policy, who's responsible for implementing the policy? Let's take the roles step by step. The EXCO should track the employee health management program, specifically looking at indicators and where the implementation of the program is. And it should be reported as part of their risk management program at the EXCO meetings. An executive sponsor, normally from HR, should be accountable for the success of the program, and they should be responsible for not only making strategic decisions, but budgeting and removing obstacles from the program. The Human Resource Department or Industrial Relations Manager will normally be appointed as the overall coordinator responsible for the implementation of the program. In addition to coordinating the program, HR have specific responsibilities that are in line with their HR function. These include developing the policy and guidelines, coordinating the training of managers, peer educators, and ensuring that there's proper record keeping. For example, absenteeism, disability, training records, just to mention a few. Supporting line managers in the management of the EHM program within their area and ensuring that there are proper treatment referrals in place. They're also responsible for implementing some form of incentive program. Managers play a very important role in implementing the program, specifically in identifying prevention activities, which we talk about early, identifying health problems early. They're also responsible for managing or reducing the healthcare costs, managing the containment of healthcare costs, such as absenteeism management. Managers should ensure that the EHM policy is communicated to all members of the workplace and that the employees understand it and the implementations of the program. Line managers play a significant role in the implementation of the program, and if they're not on board, the program will surely fail. They need to identify health-related absenteeism, presentism, potential disabilities. They should keep records of absenteeism, counsel employees who have frequent absenteeism, monitor questionable sick leave certificates and unauthorized absenteeism, and identify individual patterns of absenteeism, ensuring that temporary disability are lodged timeously and facilitate the quick return to work if possible. They're also responsible for ensuring that the employee coming back to work after a disability, it happens as smoothly as possible in accordance with the Labour Relations Act. We've spoken about cost containment strategies that the managers are responsible for. The other area that managers, and specifically line managers, are responsible for is to ensure that the prevention as well as the early detection programs are also run smoothly. So what's the role of the manager when it comes to prevention activities? They need to ensure, in coordination with the peer educators, that employees are released for health training. They also need to ensure that employees are released for testing campaigns, and they need to balance both the business work delivery demands and also promoting the testing of their employees and education of their employees in a work environment. Managers also need to set an example by participating in the programs. They need to ensure that the environment is conducive to employees making healthy choices. For example, making healthy food available and providing some form of exercise, access to exercise, ensuring that the work environment is safe and free of possible dangers, and support the employees in adopting a healthy lifestyle and discourage unhealthy behavior where appropriate and possible. For example, encouraging an employee loses weight while disciplining an employee takes excessive smoke breaks or abuses substance. So what's the role of the occupational health nurse if such a person exists in your workplace? An occupational health nurse plays a critical role in assisting the employees to manage their health problems. The EHM goals should be embedded in the occupational health management program. The occupational health nurse is responsible for identifying and preventing health problems, and they should also take overall management of case management of employees and helping them enter a treatment program should they detect problems within the workplace. The occupational health nurse should include, as part of their occupational health screening, various health tests that are appropriate, and it becomes embedded then in the day-to-day occupational screening of the organization. The occupational health nurse is also responsible for assisting managers in implementing cost containment strategies, and that is to assess whether the employee has a health condition and to refer them into appropriate treatment programs. One of the most critical things that I've seen occupational health nurses, I wouldn't say get wrong, but perhaps go wrong, is if they don't maintain strictest confidentiality, they lose the trust of their employees. And one of the critical factors of any program for the occupational health nurse to have a successful part or role to play is trust. So what's the role of the peer educators? The peer educators get trained, they come back into the workplace, and their role within their group that they are responsible for is to be a role model, to attend the training, to coordinate the training, and to then refer peers into support programs as required. They are not responsible for giving the training. The EPIC material supports that. But what overall is the responsibility of the employee? Ultimately, the employee is responsible for their own health. This program facilitates, enables, but it doesn't take away the responsibility of the employee for their own health. And for this program to be successful, the employee needs to take responsibility for that. They should attend training, participate in the screening, take the necessary steps to ensure that they're healthy. And when faced with a decision, they should stop, think about the choices, consider the consequences, and then make an informed decision around their health.